Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Uh, Today's video is related to Python data structure queues part 2. In previous part 1, we have studied about stacks, and in this video we will study about queues. And this is the content belonging to class 12 computer science students. Let us begin. So first of all, what do you understand by queues? As you know, in our daily life, we see various queues, many types of queues. We see people standing in queues at railway counters, bank ATM counters, supermarket bill counters, cinema ticket counter, etc. etc. In any queue, the person who is in the first place will get the service first and then comes out of the queue. Any new person will add at the end of the queue. Let's understand that the element that first entered the queue will be deleted first from the queue. This is called as FIFO. FIFO. That means first in, first out concept. Okay. So as you can see here in this picture, queue of people standing at ATM bank, ATM machine, you can say. Okay, fee counter, railway reservation counter. So a queue is a linear list implemented in FIFO, FIFO, first in, first out manner, where insertion takes place at the rear end and deletion are restricted to occur only at first front end of the queue. Okay. Uh, in the same way, if we arrange the elements in memory in such a way that the first element will come out first, then that arrangement is called a queue. The rule is that in case of a queue, deletion of elements should be done from the front, यहाँ से, from the front of the queue, and insertion of elements should be done only at its end. Insertion यहाँ से होगा and deletion यहाँ से होगा. This he will take out the money from ATM and will come out from the queue. Any other person, new person comes, will be inserted in the queue at the end. So this is rear end and this is front end. So there are two ends in the queue. I think the concept is clear. Now here this is front end and this is the rear end. The elements will keep on be adding or inserting at the rear end. इंसर्शन यहाँ पर होगा और डिलीशन फ्रंट एंड से होगा. पहले 1 डिलीट होगा, फिर 11 डिलीट होगा, 15 डिलीट होगा. Similarly, new elements will keep on coming from the back. It is also an example of queue diagrammatically. Queue insertion is taking place and deletion is taking place from this side. So first in, first out. सबसे पहले ये एलिमेंट इंसर्ट हुआ है, सबसे पहले ये बाहर निकलेगा, इसके बाद ये बाहर निकलेगा, ये बाहर निकलेगा. Addition of new elements will keep on be doing at the end, rear end. So here data can only be removed from the front end of the queue. A new data elements can only be added or inserted to the rear end of the queue. This is being shown here. यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं and every data or every data value, every element will have its corresponding index number. Say it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So this is the block diagram of queue. Insertion is taking place at the end and deletion is taking place from the front. So and through list we can implement the queue in Python. Uh, Now What else can be done? यहाँ पर addition और deletion दो ऑपरेशन किए जा सकते हैं. Addition को हम NQ ऑपरेशन कहते हैं and deletion is also called as DQ operation. NQ means adds an item to the queue. If the queue is full, then it is said to be an overflow condition. If you are implementing through list, so list में you can't say list is full because the number of items can be added at the end of the list. It keep on expanding and expanding. Overflow condition may come in case of arrays, etc. If you are implementing queues using arrays, etc., then overflow situation may come because arrays have fixed size. DQ removes an item from the queue. The items are popped in the same order in which they are pushed. If the queue is empty, then it is said to be an underflow condition. Now this is compulsory for list. I mean, if you are implementing queue using list also, so this is DQ is necessary. There you have to check whether there are items, elements in the queue or not. If there are some elements, then only DQ operation, that is deletion, can take place. If there is no any item existing in the queue, then underflow condition or some error can be invoked. Popping will not be possible. No elements can be deleted. If there is no element, how it can be deleted? It is quite, I mean, simple. So here the same concept has been told to you. This is NQ operation, insertion at the back end, and this is DQ operation. The deletion is being done from the front end. Deleted item is this one, and this is newly inserted item coming from back. So this is diagrammatically shown about NQ and DQ operation. Now, how it can be implemented using list? क्यू का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन लिस्ट के थ्रू किया जा रहा है. यहाँ पर वेरी सिंपल इट इज, एज यू हैव डन इन द स्टैक्स, देयर इज अ वेरी वेरी लिटिल डिफरेंस. ओनली द कॉन्सेप्ट. आप स्टैक में क्या करते थे? स्टैक में जो इंसर्शन और डिलीशन टॉप से ही होता था. लास्ट कम फर्स्ट आउट. तो वहां पर लीफो कॉन्सेप्ट था. LIFO, लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. यहाँ पर क्या है? FIFO, FIFO, first in first out. The easiest way to implement queues in Python is done through specialized list, which performs only two operations. Special list है जिसमें दो ही ऑपरेशन हो, that is insertion and deletion. Insertion from the rear end and deletion from the front end. The basic operation performed in queues are, if you are implementing the queue using list, then these are the operations to be performed, may be performed. That is creation of queue using list. पहले आप list का use करके queue create करेंगे. And thereafter you can insert an element in the queue. Queue में फिर आप elements insert करेंगे. That means addition of new elements into the given list using append method. Then checking for empty queue, we will see whether the queue is empty or not. If it is empty, then we should not delete. Delete operation cannot be performed. If it is having some items, some elements in it, then only delete operation can be performed. So pop operation or deleting elements from a queue. This is another operation. Once deletion is done, insertion is done, this process may go on. So ultimately you can check out what has been deleted, what has been inserted currently, the current situation of the queue. All the elements can be traversed. Traversal or displaying queue elements can be done at the end as and when required. In the meantime, you can do searching also if it is required, linear searching. Now these steps, what are the syntax and what is the logic, what is the algorithm for insertion and deletion and creation. So creating a queue will be done same way as you have done creation of stacks using list. List create करेंगे आप, like queue is equal to list empty bracket. A list will be initiated, created. Similarly, q is equal to empty bracket. This can also create the list object named q. Or adding element in the into the stack here, not it should be q, not stack. Here you edit it, it is q. uh, q dot append within bracket x. X is a certain element which can be inserted into the queue by writing, I mean using append method, as we use append method in the list also. So the item will be added at the end. Now, what may be the algorithm to insert an element? The same thing, adding of element into the list is also being called as insertion of the element into the queue. Now, algorithm says first step start, then take the input from the user, the item, the element which is to be added or inserted into the queue. Then we will perform q dot append, then the element that you have taken as input, that will be appended into the queue, that will be added at the end, then stop. This is how we can insert any element into the queue implemented through list. Now, checking for empty, again this stack should be overwritten by q. Remember, actually this slide had been copied from the previous stack one. Therefore, this is left. Here you should overwrite q. Now, checking for empty q. Start. If q is equal to empty bracket, that means if q does not have any, I mean item, any element in it, then we will print the message q is empty and go to step 4, means end. Process will be ended. If it is not empty, so it will come over here q dot pop 0, zeroth पोजीशन से आप एक एलिमेंट डिलीट कर देंगे और वो रिटर्न जो होगा उसे आप एलिमेंट में स्टोर कर लेंगे, so that you can write that this particular element has been deleted. Alternatively, the same code can be written here. Start if not q. If not q will check whether the q is empty. If it is found true, then print q is empty. Go to step 4. Element is equal to q dot pop 0. The same concept. Otherwise, only one line is changed. If not q. If q returns true if it is having some element. If not, q will return true if q is lying empty. Okay. So it will print like this message. Okay. Now, this is the way how you can check whether the queue is empty or not. If empty, don't delete. If not empty, delete the zeroth element using pop method. Next, here I am telling you that deletion of element can be done using pop method from zeroth position. In list, you can delete the element from zeroth position by writing the command list dot pop 0 within bracket, or the list has been named as q, so q dot pop within bracket 0, or you can use del statement here, del q square bracket 0. Both the commands are similar, equivalent. This is how we can delete. It will be deleted from the front because index number is 0. That is the first element's index number. Rest of the elements after this zeroth element will be shifted one place left, one index number left. Okay, otherwise there should not be any vacant position at any index number. Now, traversal of queue elements. How we can access each and every element of the queue. Traversal can be done by finding out the length of the list. Length is equal to len of the queue. Q is just a variable representing the list only. And as usual, for I in range 0 to length, that means 0 to L minus 1, length minus 1, zeroth index number to last index number will be accessed and will be fetched in the variable I as index number. So I will write print q of I, that is list of I. So list of 0, list of 1, list of 2, and so on. Through this loop can be printed. So that way you will print each and every element from first to last within the list, within the queue. Now, practical implementation, if I see for this queue, queue has been initiated as empty, then queue has been appended by A, first item is added, queue has been appended by B, second item added, third item added, that is C. So initial queue आपका क्या प्रिंट होगा? क्यू को मैंने प्रिंट करा लिया, सो इट विल प्रिंट ए बी सी और ए बी सी, दैट इज फ्रंट एंड में ए आ गया, बी आ गया, सी आ गया, सी रेयर एंड में आ गया, फ्रंट एंड में ए आ गया. ओके, so this is q. If I delete pop 0, q dot pop 0, so first of all it will delete the zeroth element, that is a. Then b will be shifted to zeroth element, c will be shifted to first element, I mean first index number. After deleting A, what will happen? The second element that was on index number 1 will be shifted to index number 0, and the third element that was on index number 2 will be shifted to index number 1. So 0 or 1 index number per B or C respectively they will be placed. So Q dot pop 0, again B will be deleted from the queue. C will be left and C will be shifted to 0th position. And as soon as we write Q dot pop 0, then C will also be deleted. So sequentially, first A was deleted, then B was deleted, then C was deleted. As we can see here, first A was added, then B was added, then C was added. So first come, first out. First in, first out. So A was first in into the queue. A is first out from the queue. B was second in the queue and it will be out second time. Then third time C will be out. In the same sequence as it was inserted, in the same sequence it is being deleted. That is what queue. So queue, after removing the elements, print queue, I think this empty queue will be printed, empty list will be printed. Now you can see its output. See, initial queue, A was added, B was added, C was added. So it is being displayed in the form of initial list, and thereafter how it was dequeued from the queue. A was deleted, B was deleted, C was deleted in the same sequence. And after deleting all three elements, we have queue. After removing elements, nothing. That is lying empty. So this is how queue has been implemented using list in a very simple way. You might have understood. Now, this is another implementation of queue. Ch choice equal to 1, as I have made a program for stack also. The same way here also we have made a program. Insertion, deletion, searching and display. Four choices हैं. So out of this I have entered the choice. If choice is 1, input the new element to be inserted. Q dot append x. Q में मैंने ऐड कर दिया x को. So this is insertion done. Then deletion. Else if choice equal to 2, अगर Q empty है, Q is equal to empty bracket, that means list empty से check किया है. अगर वो empty मिल जाती है, true मिल जाता है, then you are writing Q is empty. Otherwise, else के केस में deleted element is Q of 0 has been deleted. Okay? Q of 0 यहाँ पर आप प्रिंट कर दे रहे हैं कि कौन सा आइटम डिलीट हो रहा है और साथ के साथ आपने लिख दिया Q dot pop 0. So for deletion, this is the command. This is just to display on the screen so that user can understand which item is going to be deleted. So after this, if you want to search any item from the list, so enter the item to be searched for. X1 मान लीजिए मैं सर्च करना चाहता हूँ और इसमें भी चेक करेंगे if Q is empty, then you will write the Q is empty. Otherwise, for I in range, len of Q. Q की लेंथ के बराबर हम एक मेन्यू चला, I will perform a loop which will give the index numbers into I. If x1, the item to be searched, if it is equivalent to Q of I, जो लिस्ट के हर आइटम है लिस्ट में उसके साथ एंटर्ड आइटम का कंपैरिजन होगा. अगर वो इक्विवेलेंट मिल जाता है कहीं पर So we will print element x1 is found on I plus 1th position. I is the index number, so I plus 1th position. If it is found, then loop will be broken down. Otherwise, print x1 not found in the queue. अगर ये सारा loop move कर गया and x1 is not found equal to q of I, so it will print x1 not found in the queue. So this is how we can perform the searching. Now, for displaying the result, fourth choice is display the elements of the queue. Length is equal to len of q. For I in range 0 to length, all elements from 0 to length minus 1 index number तक सारे एक्सेस होंगे I के थ्रू. I will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to length minus 1, the index numbers. All those elements will be printed, print q of I. Q of I means Q of 0, Q of 1, Q of 2. That was similar to list of 0, list of 1, list of 2 and so on. And end पर मैं एक character डाल दे रहा हूँ so that you can see that it should be printed in the form of list, then this symbol, then another list element, then symbol, then another list element and symbol. So else invalid input, that means if we enter any other choice extra than 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will say invalid choice. और लूप हमारा चॉइस नाम के वेरिएबल पर चल रहा है, तो चॉइस नाम का वेरिएबल लास्ट में फिर से आपको इनपुट करना पड़ेगा, डू यू वांट टू कंटिन्यू. So there we will enter either yes or no. On the entry of yes, that is y की वैल्यू पर आपका लूप चल रहा है, बिकॉज आउटर लूप रिपीट करने के लिए यू हैव रिटन while choice equal to y. So this is the explanation of the program. Let us see its output. Insert, delete, search, display menu आ गया. As soon as we execute that program, it will be displayed. Enter your choice. I have entered 1. That means I want to insert few elements into the queue. Enter new element 65 has been written for insertion. Do you want to continue? Yes. Again I have put insertion के लिए I have taken choice number 1. New element inserted, 90 will be inserted, 65 हो गया, 90 हो गया. Similarly I have inserted 44 using choice 1. Then I have entered 50 using choice 1. After that I am writing enter your choice 4. 4 डालने पर डिस्प्ले करने पर आपका क्यू डिस्प्ले हो रहा है 65, 90, 44, 50. 4 elements have been inserted into the queue and those elements are being displayed. Now, do you want to continue? Yes. Suppose I want to delete any element out of it, so I have to delete from the front. मैं 65 से deletion चालू होगा. So as soon as I enter the choice 2, automatically it deletes from the front. Deleted element is 65. 65 यहाँ से delete हो गया. Do you want to continue? Yes. इसी तरह से और भी आपको डिलीट करना है तो यू कैन डिलीट मोर एलिमेंट्स एज सून एज यू प्रेस 2. सो पॉप 0 हो जाएगा, इसका मतलब फ्रंट से एक एलिमेंट्स यहाँ से निकल जाएगा क्यू में से. सो नाउ वी आर राइटिंग एंटर योर चॉइस 3 सर्चिंग के लिए. सो एंटर एलिमेंट टू सर्च फॉर, मैंने 90 डाला कि 90 कहाँ पर है, तो आप देखें एलिमेंट 90 इज फाउंड ऑन फर्स्ट पोजीशन. दैट मींस 90 शिफ्ट होकर के यहाँ चला गया. That is why it is writing 90 is found on the first position. और इसके बाद अगर आप इसे प्रिंट भी कराएं कि what is the current I mean position of the queue इस समय क्या है, तो that can be seen here. थर्ड पर मैं डिस्प्ले कराता हूँ. So enter the element to search for. मैंने सर्च के लिए फिर से एक एलिमेंट डाला, that is 100. 100 is not found in the queue, ये आपको दिखाई पड़ गया. Thereafter I have continued and again I am displaying all elements using the choice 4. So we are getting 90, 44 and 50. तो इस समय हमें जो 90, 44 और 50 मिल रहा है, जो आपका फर्स्ट फ्रंट एलिमेंट था that was 65. 65 was removed. Remaining element of the queue 90, 44 and 50 are being displayed here finally. So similarly if you want to continue then yes, otherwise no. As soon as I press N, what happens? The outer loop terminates and the processing closed. So this is how we can implement the I mean queue using list. If you want to see its output practically, programmatically from Python IDLE, I can show you. Let us go to Python IDLE and let us open the program. Here are class 12 Python examples. I have written this program. Q number 2. Open it. So this is the program that I was showing you in the slides. Now if I run this program, what happens? See, insertion is ready. Number one choice is insert. I have written one. New element for insertion, say 67. Enter. One element is inserted now. Do you want to continue? Yes. Again I am putting the choice 1. Insertion के लिए. Element is say 90. Enter. Two elements inserted. Do you want to continue? Yes. Again one choice. Insertion के लिए. Insertion I have given 23. One more element inserted. Choice is yes. Then again one. Inserting fourth element. Say I have inserted 56. Okay. Do you want to continue? Yes. Now, if I want to display, there should be four elements in the queue. So I am choosing for choice number 4 to display. So as soon as I enter choice number 4, 67, 90, 23, 56, in the same sequence as I have entered, has been created a queue with four elements. If I say choice, do you want to continue? Yes. Now, suppose you want to delete. I have pressed 2. As soon as I press 2, the front element 67 should be deleted. So as you can see, deleted element is 67. At this moment, if you want to verify whether what is the, current queue elements, so I will press 4, choice number 4. So displaying 90, 23 and 56. See, from the front 67 has been deleted. First in, first out. First 67 was added, so first 67 was deleted. Now remaining queue elements are 90, 23 and 56. Out of it, if you want to search for, आप किसी को भी search कर सकते हैं using third option, and that is do you want to continue? First write yes. Then third option, I want to search for 23. 23 is found on second position. Okay, similarly you can search for others. If it is not found, it will display it is not found. Yes, search third option. Then I have written 70 to be searched. It is not found. Element 70 not found in the queue. I want to continue. Yes. Thereafter डिस्प्ले तो मैं कर चुका हूँ, एक एलिमेंट में और डिलीट कर देता हूँ. सपोज सेकेंड चॉइस, one more element that is 90 is deleted. So you can see here the front element was 90 which is deleted. Now let us see what is the current queue. There should be 23 and 56 left. So अगर आप fourth choice डालेंगे, so there will be only two elements left, 23 and 56. There are two elements you can see here. So that way we can implement queue operation where insertion and deletion can be shown like this, can take place. Do you want to continue? No. So after this loop terminates. So this is what I wanted to show in the Python IDLE, the implementation of the queue using list is now complete. So here are some applications, some real life applications of queue. You can see the vehicles on the road. If it is one way, first vehicle in, it will be first out, then second in, second out, third in, third out, fourth in, last out. Similarly, here is a queue on this counter. A real life example, a library counter getting the books from the librarian. So first she will get the books and she will go out of the queue. Then second, this person will go to get the book. and then he will go out of the queue. Similarly, serving request on the single shared resource like printer. Printer maybe if it is network printer, so number of printing comes together. So they are standing in queue, first in, first out. First request for printing will be done, then completed. Second request for the printing will be done, it is completed, it is removed. Similarly, CPU task scheduling. CPU also schedule the task one after the other. First task scheduled task will be done first, performed first, then complete. Then second task will be taken and will be performed, complete. In a real life scenario, call center phone systems uses queue to hold people, calling them in an order, in a sequence until a service representative is free. So all these are various real life applications of queue, where real life examples of queue. So that's it about today's, this class about the queues. Data structure have been completed. I think you have understood. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.